Welcome back to the season, maybe series finale of Watchmen. Season 1, episode number 9. Now, we don't know if it's a series finale because they only planned on doing one season, but I can tell after the response of this first season, we gotta have a season 2.
I mean, I 100% want a season 2. I don't know how that plays out, and you guys have done such a great job in commenting that it's supposed to be a one-off, or basically they did tell the whole story as far as where it's going.
And the continuation of what had happened before, and that's it. That's the conclusion.
Yeah, so, but please be a season 2. Because it's been a long time since I've been like this super excited about every single episode. There wasn't one episode for me that I was just like, I thought every single episode just continuously got better. I do have favorites, but there's none that I was like, I could have done without that episode. I thought they did great. It's short. It's 9 episodes total.
I don't know how this one episode gonna wrap all these questions they opened up on.
So, well, I mean, I think we'll see.
Yeah.
But before we get to the final episode, once again, wanted to feature a couple of comments from episode 8. First, our patron, Lasith Bender, coming through again, who says,
Black Bows.
Great reaction, guys. Amazing episode. One of my favorite episodes so far. Can't wait for the finale.
Yeah, that last episode was off chain, though.
It was really good.
Yeah,
all right, a couple other comments from the YouTube channel as well. For those of you who want to get access from YouTube, you know what I mean. For those of you who want to get early access or the full reactions to Watchmen, check out our Patreon account. Find those there. First comments from Noel Crenshaw, who says, as far as Dr. Manhattan knows, even he can't escape or change fate. Whatever is destined to happen will happen. He said himself that we're all puppets. Only difference for him is that he can see the strings. I thought that was such a dope line. I was just like, you are getting featured. So no, that was super good. Next comments from Cutthroat Jake, who says, he can't come back because he doesn't come back. Think of him like an actor who's read the script. He knows what is going to happen, but can't change it. Next comments from Craig Murray, who says, may I just say I love your enthusiasm for this show. I love it too. And thank you for the shout out on last episode's reaction. I may be completely wrong, but I still think that Will's plan with the aid of Lady Trieu's resources is to mind control people and implant false memories to end racism or all hate in general. Now, I think Adrian is going to be there. He probably is Lady Trieu's father, as she is the smartest person on the planet, and he was before he left. Adrian has now experienced a perfect world thanks to Dr. Manhattan and seen how dull, bad, boring it is, and that life needs free will, even if that includes hate and imperfect people. I think Adrian and Dr. Manhattan and others will try to stop the plan, however well-intentioned it seems. Dr. Manhattan's plan all along may well have been to teach Adrian a lesson about humanity after what Adrian did to Earth in the past. Adrian attempted to make people think like he wanted them to think, and is still frustrated that they won't think like he wants in this episode before he leaves Earth. The last episode should be great. Hopefully. I have a lot of faith it will be great. Great comment though. I do like the idea of the mind control to make everybody like be cool, but again, I think that's a super great comparative. He's seen how perfect the world can be, and he's losing his mind of boredom.
Yeah. It's too perfect.
Next comment is from Kapunkt, who says there's no guarantee there will be a season 2. This is one of the comments that I read earlier. Those 9 episodes were designed to tell the full story.
Okay, man.
Which will be so sad.
Okay.
Next comment is from Lawrence Marcy, who says John doesn't know about Adrian's device because Adrian hasn't told him yet. Every moment in John's life is the present moment. He doesn't look into the future to find out about the device simply because that's just not what he does in any prior moment in time. Doc's only real ability probably is perceiving every possible arrangement of every molecule in the universe at once. There's a version of the universe where your atoms are sitting on the couch. There's one where they're in their kitchen. They're all the versions in between. Doc is able to perceive each version at once, but we haven't evolved that much yet, so our minds created time as a way to only ever perceive one arrangement and the next closest one to that, and so on. So in your head, you just got up to get a snack. His showy powers are also probably just us perceiving his existence or something. Love the channel. Cheers. I absolutely adore all of you guys' comments about breaking down his powers. Like, it is fascinating to me. So appreciate it. Like, absolutely love
That's
it.
still deep. Even you try. Look, you need to break it down more simpler children terms.
I don't think so. I love the way
That was a good explanation, though.
Perfect.
That was
Like, he's.
I still can't soak it up like a biscuit, though. I gotta, you gotta break it down a little bit more toddler for me, so I can. But hey, it's a great comment.
I appreciate it. Yeah, it was really good. Last two comments then. First one being from Kent G, who says, Dr. Manhattan couldn't stop what happens because to him, past, present, and future is all the same to him. And it will happen, is happening, has already happened for him, so he can't change it. Kind of a sad way to live. No surprises.
It really is.
Or rare ones like what Veet did. Nothing you can change, everything preordained. Funny thing, someone else pointed out to me, the show has repeatedly said vigilantes come about from trauma. The game warden, who is the original male DM created, starts wearing a mask after his god leaves. Thanks again for a great reaction and discussion. Oh, something not to forget from this episode, Dr. Manhattan said it was possible to pass on his abilities. It is very possible he did in one of the jumps he did while talking to Angela after she took out the ring. Or maybe not. We'll have to see. And finally, last comment from episode 8 is from Chrissy Howard, who says, what I'm wondering is when Dr. Manhattan told Veet he couldn't leave. Those may have been the rules for the clones only. Veet probably couldn't leave this whole time, could leave this whole time, but when he met Dr. Manhattan in 2009, not the 80s, that's when Veet gave him the device to inhibit his memory. Therefore, no one else knew where Dr. Manhattan sent him, and Manhattan essentially forgot when the device was placed in his head. We learned early on that Veet has been missing since 2009 and then presumed dead. I think Veet thought he would never want to leave the paradise, so he didn't create a way to get back to Earth, so he would have been stuck there until Manhattan got his memory back or figured out a way to escape, which no one knew in 2009 when that would be.
Yeah.
This to me cements my theory that Veet is Trieu's father, and because he sold his company to her, he knew they had a satellite that orbited Europa, and his message really was, save me daughter, but we only saw save me D, because he didn't get to finish typing it out. He knew that because Manhattan's memory was wiped, and his only other hope to come back to Earth was Lady Trieu. Knowing she had built spacecrafts in her past. I believe it's also an Easter egg that before we knew his identity on the show, they referred to him as the smartest man in the world. I think it would be a reasonable assumption that Lady Trieu is the smartest woman in the world. Like father, like daughter. Great comment. Great comment. So, thank you guys so much.
You're probably a secret writer on the show. That was just too perfectly good. And I believe no. You wrote some of that. Good comment though.
No, excellent comment. Again, thank you guys all for leaving the comments, especially all season long.
Yeah.
We will post a follow-up episode to the finale for those comments that you guys leave on episode 9. We definitely want to take a chance and feature those comments since that's the only way for us to do it.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for continuing to support us and follow us along this journey.
Sure.
And now let's get to the finale right now.
Right, action. Hello, Robert. Adrian Vike here. Assuming my instructions have been followed to the letter, today is January 21st, 1993.
This motherfucker know too.
We're just inaugurated. Allow me to be amongst the very first to say congratulations to President Redford. And the only way to stave off mankind's extinction is with a weapon more powerful than any atomic device.
Did she just steal his... He's about to shoot herself on the window. It's fucking insane.
Fuck you, Ozymandias.
A syringe will be loaded with a small amount of fluid containing the washed sperm. Then the syringe will be attached to a long, thin tube called a catheter. Once the catheter is inside the uterus, the doctor will inject the sperm.
That's acting crazy. So it's not really.
Yeah. Nope.
The woman may continue to lie on her back for about 10 minutes.
I'm your daughter. A few months ago, I launched a probe, and in exactly 5 years, 72 days, 9 hours, and 17 minutes, that probe will be orbiting Europa, taking photo images of the big blue cheese himself and beaming them back here to me.
Seems like a lot of effort just to be an intergalactic paparazzi.
Oh, that's what
right.
Johnny County shot of Manhattan.
That's the solid.
He knew, he remembered.
Yeah.
He was just waiting for that.
No. I just need to confirm where he is before I destroy him and take his power. I've already designed a quantum centrifuge capable of absorbing his energy. The refrigerated vault with all your vials of cum. That's behind Alexander, right? Hi,
Why did he do that? Why?
I'm sample 2346.
Your return journey to Earth has begun. To prevent dehydration, starvation, and potential insanity, please step into the chamber for preservation.
Oh, he is a statue. He's the statue. She made him the statue.
I brought you back so you could be here in person to watch me achieve anything, having started from nothing.
Vendetta.
We should change before we go.
Stay cool.
Looking glass.
Look at me. I said don't look at me.
What the hell's going on?
Sit tight.
Talk to me, goddamn.
As soon as I get a chance, I'll get us out of here.
He infiltrated that bird.
It's looking great.
Fuck, she shoot back and take a shot.
It's looking
These
good.
fuckers brought me here to flip on Angela.
Oh, he gonna pop right
He's
there.
gonna just pop up. So she does get to see him, baby. Mm-hmm.
Then I'm gonna start on your motherfucking teeth now.
Just straighten his dick and tell him.
Where is he?
He tells me he's calling from a payphone in Gila Flats, New Mexico. And that makes no sense at all because I just saw Mike half hour before he drove off to shoot some cops here in Tulsa. So I said, Mike,
How the fuck?
how the fuck
Right.
are you
In New
Gila
Mexico.
Flats, New Mexico? God teleported. Now, there's only one fella who can zap people wherever he wants, and it just so happens he was born in Gila Flats. Ladies and gentlemen, our guest of honor, Dr. Manhattan.
You look stupid in those panties.
I'm about to become the most powerful man alive, Lori. Waving my dick in people's faces is just overkill. Yeehaw! Let's get blue.
However long you've been planning your shit, she's been planning hers longer.
Come on, Angela. You're gonna say whatever it takes to save your husband.
Oh, they're not on the same team.
She's using him.
I'm putting my gun down,
Kill him.
because I need you to fucking listen.
Or I can have my guys put you down like the black bitch you are and spare you the misery.
Oh, hell no!
Seriously.
Damn. Right, am I infected? My ears too good. That thing is piercing.
We can all hear it, baby.
It's saying it's just a little bit more sensitive.
My ears are the best. Because it's annoying me. Shut up, babe. They must have not tested this on regular super hearing folks.
Say it must not test it on superhero movies.
Yeah. should just test it on y'all regular folks. Cause it is really hurting my ears.
You kidding me? I was saying all that. I was saying, man, can't lie.
My ears are probably just more sensitive. You were saying those things, man.
Did you see that shit go up my nose? It's in my eyes.
And you may be a little nauseated. It's a side effect of the teleportation.
Oh, they were all teleported. That's why they're not in the warehouse.
Hey, where's Senator Keene? Wait a second. Is he in there?
Is he in there?
Let's let him out, shall we? He's not gonna wanna miss this.
He's just scared.
Absorbing atomic energy without filtering it first is gonna pop you like a water balloon every time. This very place, the site of the Greenwood Massacre of 1921. You have plundered and pillaged and murdered in the name of white supremacy.
You're gonna kill us, right?
Oh yeah, of course I am.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, she just.
What you gonna do? Touch some of that blood? Teleport everybody.
Why the fuck would you send us to your office?
To save the day, of course.
To save the day, of course. Hey, can somebody let me out this chair?
Send them.
Away.
Then why didn't you send me?
Because I don't want to be alone when I die.
She trying to hold on.
Tulsa, Oklahoma, is that where we just were?
Yeah.
When's the last time there was an extra-dimensional incursion there?
What?
Baby squids falling out of the sky. When's the last time? 3 weeks ago.
That is so great!
Yeah, cause he fucking
He be
own it.
tracking
Yeah,
it.
he be owning it. Yeah, well, 3 weeks ago, I can take my back. I got it. Hold on.
The big one, back in '85.
You told him.
I didn't say shit.
I ain't say
You
shit.
do. Single-handedly, unassisted mass murder on a scale not seen in human history.
I saved humanity. I would very much
It's so great though.
Hey, he all fucked up right now.
It's so great though that he even gets to confront him.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
You have to stay. John, come back. Where are you?
I mean, every moment we were together, all at once.
Do you think we'll really be able to save John?
Oh, I'm sure John's dead already.
No, I'm sure
We
John
have a window of opportunity.
did. No, John
The
did.
precious quantum centrifuge prepares his energy for transfer
Transfer into what?
into a most worthy adversary. Opus esse uno. Unum
S.A.T.
takes one to no one.
I thought honestly, I thought he was gonna say that Apple was not far from or
Everything.
whatever it is.
Takes one to
Yeah.
Square block is about to be obliterated.
like bullets. Oh my god. Is this the deal they made all those years ago? Like, he knew she was going to run to this theater to get out of the... Come on, this is way too
They got the
coincidental.
wind knocked out of him when he's happened here.
He knew he was going to die.
That's why he went back to town. Yep. He's like, let me get some
Well, we helped each other.
information.
He came to me right after he met you. If you can't make an omelet without breaking a couple of eggs.
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
That's just something he said when we met way back then. He said you would understand when the time was right.
She should get you back to civilization.
Ah.
Archie, you killed 3 million people, Adrian. You're under arrest.
Ha! That's funny. You got me for a moment.
Yeah, before.
I'm not joking.
Oh, Laurie, please. You have no proof. I do. I saved mankind. Again. And you have the audacity.
Yeah. I'll get a final.
That guy talks too much.
That guy talk
He
too
surely fucking does.
He
He surely fucking does.
We gonna arrest him now and put him to be.
I mean, babe, he's so needs to be arrested.
We killed a total of what, 8 million people now? How many he killed back in the day? It was 5 million, 3 million?
Seems a good name.
I think it was a good name.
I'm sorry he's gone. But, considering what he could do, he could have done more.
I made an egg.
Wash the eggs. I suppose I could transfer my atomic components into some sort of organic
Did he put himself in
material.
this mother effing
If
egg?
someone were to consume it, they would inherit, as you call them, my powers.
So, you could put them in this egg,
Oh,
and if
God,
I ate
the full
it,
circle.
I could walk on water.
Theoretically, yes.
Theoretically, yeah. You're gonna fall in right in the pool. I don't feel blue. Just test one foot. See if it can go down.
Yeah, it's okay.
We're done.
Yeah.
White rabbit. That's it, man. That's it. All right, that was the season finale of Watchmen, and man, did they wrap that shit up like a bow. All the questions, everything that happened, except for Luke, man, but everything
Except
else, Luke, man.
Oh, right.
Everything else went down. Everything else they wrapped up and talked about and got it done.
Yeah. I think it's such a great point that you made of the Luke man because there were so many speculations.
Everybody wants to see
Luke.
Luke, man, but now no more Luke, man.
Yeah. No, there were so many great parts of this episode. I will say that I got my first tear jerky moment when John is basically saying goodbye and being like, I'm in all of our moments right now. I was like,
Yeah.
thanks for all the mother effing feels.
Yeah.
So you could tell, like, what with him saying that, she's like, I'm trying to think of all the memories right now too, like, because it doesn't come naturally to us because we're not equipped to think that way.
And that was a terrifying moment right there.
I just thought that was beautifully executed. It was a
Yeah.
very beautiful scene to see a loved one go away. It's super sad, but I mean, that was great.
The whole plan came together. It wasn't cheesy. It wasn't like, come on. It was fucking awesome. The whole plan, from beginning to end.
I absolutely love to having what's his name? Now I wanted to call him Mirror Man. That's not his name. That's disrespect.
It's I spyglass, eyeglass,
seeing glass,
looking glass,
yeah. Yes. I'm like,
glass.
Lori didn't mess me up. But I loved seeing that it was Lori that he first like reveals himself to, which is so great, and even that like initial like interaction, like Mirror Man, I thought was so great, and then even having, I thought it was so great writing with having us seen how paranoid he's been and all like how obsessed he's been, and then having the three of them, the one that's created all of his paranoia plus Lori who knows him and knows the secret, all get transported away to save the day. Yeah. I thought that was just genius writing. And even when because Vite is so disconnected, and he was like, hey, when's the last time these squids fell? He's like, I know, because I keep these dates.
And let me just drop these again. That's how
it was such genius. The one thing I would say, though, when the actual execution of the squids coming down, is I feel like all the other cops should have had holes in them, too. Like, because a lot of them were just uncovered, like, running. But they were getting hit, but nobody else had, like... I mean, I did see a couple bodies at the end, but literally everybody should have had holes in them. If that was the thing. I thought that was a little bit flawed. But the way they brought everything together, even with grandfather and, like, where the kids were at in the place and knowing that that's where she was going to run to, because the only reason he was there because he knew that's where she was going to run to, so everything came together with the timeline. And then, like, the egg. I'm just over it. Like, the egg was just so great.
That was like way earlier.
Especially with the last episode when we got to see all these timelines, and then you helped, which felt very jarring as an audience to watch, and we felt how she felt in experiencing like his thought processes, but to see it all like tied, like you said, neatly in a bow at the end was like, oh god, jeez, I can't say enough about it. It was beautifully executed. And
to think that, WATCHMEN hadn't thought all of this all the way through. He knew all of this thing was going to happen. You don't realize it now. I broke the eggs and blah, 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 and all this is just because I already know it's going to go down. So hopefully you'll be able to figure this out when I'm gone.
And I know you will, because I've already seen it or whatever.
You're super smart. Like, now, I don't know. You're not finna be me walking on water and shit with the egg. Now, the egg was just something for you to remember me back.
Well, they left a couple things. They left that as an obvious cliffhanger. And, I mean, if this was a one-off, it's the greatest one-off ever. Yeah, it was really good. Like, there's nothing else
that should have been one of those limited series type things.
There's nothing else that you would have to do to make us love it anymore. I think anything that you do beyond this is just like, thank you so much.
Yeah, what else? Yeah, what can a season 2 bring? It's all done.
Yeah.
The only thing you got is Vite in jail.
I will say they left the whole thing with Angela with the egg, and they also left Beyond alive, and like what could that potentially turn into, if anything, either.
Yeah.
And then we just saw
and the president we still got too that we haven't got his
and
side,
we just saw also their son having seen She Is. So like those are things like that just happen at the end of the finale, which could potentially be things that roll out in the future.
Yeah, and now we have no more Dr. Manhattan. I mean, anything can go down. All vigilantes can come through, and the whole world can just start all over again now, like it was before him, because he's no longer there. So it's a lot. I mean, it'd be really hard to do a season 2.
Yeah.
So.
But as far as this season goes in its entirety,
excellent.
I'm completely in love with it. Like I didn't know what we were getting into because we were biased based on the last movie. Yeah. But this was
way better.
One of my favorite season 1s of anything ever. Yeah. Like I absolutely loved it.
If this is what the movie was trying to accomplish, then they failed. But if it would have flushed out, I can see how it worked for a graphic novel.
100%. This is epic.
Yeah.
And thank you guys so much again for sticking with us through the entire season. Thank you so much for the comments. You guys helped so much in like breaking down those layers and providing the insight and things that we may have missed or were not clear on. Yeah. Especially the details of DM's powers. I think that more than anything was like super clarifying.
Yeah.
Because it was very confusing.
Yeah. We feel like DM now. Like we know it all now. We know backwards, forwards, and what's happening right now. So thank everybody for those comments.
Yes.
Because you guys was filling in a whole bunch of what ifs and blanks.
And missing gaps.
Yep.
And we definitely want to hear what your overall takeaways from this season was, from the finale.
Do you think it's going to be a season 2?
I know, I was going to say the same thing.
Shoot.
And if there is a season 2, what do you feel like the topics would be? And are you guys going to stick around for it, or are you satisfied with the first season?
Should they leave it as is?
Yes. So definitely leave those comments below. We'll feature another video in which we highlight some of those comments too.
Man.
And thank you guys again. And that's all I got.
That's it. All right. Well, look, thank you guys again for watching another Real Talk reaction for the season finale of Watchmen, season 1, episode number 9. Until next time, people.
Clever, it don't matter to me the time of day or the weather. I get niggas more hotter than July wearing some leather. I'm Mr. Cold-Blooded, GA representer. You better get the blood test, cause the rubber bust and I win a better.
Homeboy don't want me to do it. Why? I'm sick with it, homeboy, plus I overdo it. Y'all niggas in the game better act right, or I gotta open up a can of act right. Homeboy don't want me to do it.